Okay, let me check my account. Oh God, remove. So I had to check to see what was going on,
Yep.
and it's crazy. So with no internet, and I'm going like, what the hell? Did I pay the bill? So no pagué el bill. So I went and I checked. No, they came to clean the office this morning, and
Yep.
sure enough, they had disconnected
The cable.
the cable. So the wire. But it's crazy. Like the only ones that were disconnected were the ones to the internet
Yeah.
router and the box. I'm going like, why would you? They do that? You know,
Yeah.
unless they were and they andaban sueltos or something, and they supposedly barrieron o trapearon allá atrás, which I don't think that they do anyway. And
Yeah. Was that why you were hiring person for 2 days or something like that?
I
Or was
need,
that secretarial?
yeah, emotional control. I need I need
Or
help
was
to.
the secretary that you have right now doesn't sweep?
Well, no, it's kind of one of those wonky situations. Believe this or not, my schedule is crazy,
Yeah.
and I'm very fortunate. I have a lot of work, and and I usually am very, very like systematic in regards to get this out, get this out, get this out, and I'm finding that I'm like right now I've got uh, two, two two individuals that I've got to take care of. I got to take care of them today because I finished it yesterday, so I like to finish it off the next day. So what happens is I'm in this little groove. So when I have to do a little bit of backtracking and it's sort of like messes up with my internal schedule, and that's why it messes with my internal schedule, and need my schedule to be scheduled, and because it doesn't mess up the rest of my day. And Sam went blank. So, but anyway, internet was off, was not working. Some, so, something else that I had to take care of. So I'm on the phone. I call the 1-800 number to get Spectrum Business to come in and check it out. And then I realized that wait a minute, there's no lights on on the little box. And I go like, huh? And then I saw that it was unplugged. I go like,
So they just wanted to go check if it was connected.
yeah, and it's crazy because they
Because those are not easily unplugged.
well no they always tell you like reboot it, like take off the power and put it back on, wait 10
Yeah.
seconds and put it back on. So I did that. Y ahí ando yo like, pues de qué sirve que le haga eso when it's disconnected. And so anyway, and I know for a fact because I was working till late yesterday. I stayed here, I think, till 8 o'clock. Well,
Yeah.
it's crazy because I was going to go to La Mantequilla's event. She had an event here, and I want to thank Senator La Mantequilla for inviting me and everything. And let me say this: I like Senator La Mantequilla. I think
Yeah.
she's very down to earth. Every
Enough to give her a nickname.
enough to give her a nickname. And you
Yeah.
got the nickname, you already made it in the political world. So every time I pass by, because I cross her office, and it's right here, like half a block from my office. So
Yeah.
so I cross, and when I run into her, like she's coming into the building and coming out of the building, she always stops me. Erasmo, how you doing and everything? Is there anything that I said, no, no, we're doing great, thank you so much. And let me tell you,
Everything's hunky dory.
everything's hunky dory. But let me tell you about Senator La Mantequilla. When you talk to her, Sam, she doesn't sound fake. You know, every
Yeah.
single time you run into one of these political people out there, they all sound fake. I mean, gosh almighty, super fake. She seems very, very down to earth. Like, hey, yeah, I'm not going. If you're having a regular plática with someone, that is valuable. You know,
Yeah.
that is valuable. So that's one of the things I appreciate about La Mantequilla. That she's very down to earth, very personable, and when you talk to her, she doesn't sound like a politician. and that's
Yeah.
a plus. That's a plus. Well, so I was here, and I thought, the event started at 6 o'clock. I ran into her Secretary of State. No, not Secretary. I went into one of her office managers. So I, talked to him for a little bit. I actually saw Ricardo Longoria yesterday.
What is
He's
he up to?
doing the DJ thing.
Okay.
He's doing the DJ thing, and
He's
it's
not teaching anymore.
huh?
He's not teaching anymore.
No, I'm not sure. He might be. Honestly, I'm not sure. I know. I don't know. Maybe. But está bien gordo. Se puso gordito. I'm going like, bro.
It's this guy.
But está gordo. But Rick Longoria is always. That's another guy that once he was out of politics, he just sounded like como que he just sounded so much better being out of politics. Como que I'm not going to bash him for the times that he was there, pero I will say that he just sounded very genuine. So I ran into them when I was coming back from Matamoros, and I got to the office, and I go, well, it's 5:30. Let me wait here, and then I'll stop by for a little bit. And I started to watch a series because I mean I'm into now watching series on streaming, and I was watching Daredevil, which I hadn't seen, and I kind of like it. I like the Marvel movies. So I waited here, and then it was like 7 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock, and it was getting to 8:30, and I said, uh, "Good morning, good morning," and I said, "You know what? I don't want to go." No, I did not go to her 16th of September, and this is why. And nothing against anyone out there, but I really hate these political events. I really don't like them. And see, this is the difference. I think Senator La Mantequilla, she does the event because it's one of her, like a tradition, like the 16th of September, Commissioner La Mantequilla. I've been to the ones she's done before, and they were okay. They were great. I had a good time. Pero, really, Sam, I hate these events. I hate these political events. I really, really, I really hate them. Honestly, let me tell you, I feel sometimes dirty going to these events. Like God, because
Of all places that you've been to, out of all places that you've been to, that's the one you feel the
let me
dirtiest.
tell you, and I've been to some very shady places, bro. I've been to some of the,
I
you know,
understand like your point of view. Like you're like it's like too much fakeness. I
too much
understand that
fakeness.
part.
Yeah, fíjate,
Um,
I think I've shared with you, and I've shared with everyone. The first time I ran for office, I ran for mayor of the city of Brownsville, and people, Erasmo, great, you're running. Look, this is what you have to do. You gotta, go to the political events and go out to the table, shake hands, and everything. And we're like, oh, okay. So I went to a friend of mine's event. I'm not gonna mention her name, but I went to a friend of mine's event at the bowling alley, and I just walked in, and I could feel like the scumminess from the politicos, and it just wasn't my thing, and it wasn't my thing. Let me say, also,
like
my,
before you're skinny.
I was super fat. I was super fat, but let me tell you, yesterday the La Politiquera Church, the Iglesia Bautista
Oh,
West Peruso,
saw-
eh?
I saw what they did with the superintendent.
The superintendent, Marisa Leal was there, Tim Ramirez was there. It's
It
just,
says a lot,
it's why.
hey, but we're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, right?
Let me tell you, why do you want to associate with a politiquera church?
Yeah,
Why? Why is the superintendent going for what is usually a political event? And let me say, someone put out there, I think Susan put up there that she's going to report it to the attorney general or something about because
yeah.
that you really can't have a
Like, why
church.
is he meddling? Why is he getting involved with all this stuff?
Why? You can't have a church, Sam, that is tax exempt to be out there promoting political candidates. You can't. You can't even take as a church a political side or anything. And there's nothing more political than the school district superintendent when you got candidates that are running for board, they're present. It's a political event. Ahora,
I would understand if there was more board members, but they shouldn't have taken it there
oh,
though.
oh no, wait. They're going to invite the incumbents. All the incumbents are going, I guarantee you, mark my word, they're going to have an event where they're going to have all the incumbents from BISD. They're going to have all the other politicos, and they put them up there in front of the pulpit to speak. Sam, I mean, you used to not be a heathen. You used to not be a fariseo, a samaritano. So you know that you don't give the
There's
pulpit.
at the bottom part of the barrel.
You don't give the pulpit, Sam, to an
Yeah,
hereje. You don't, to what is opposite of what you are. You don't do that. So the
it's not
police.
the place.
Eh?
It's not the place to
It,
be
it
doing that.
isn't. It isn't. You don't give someone that goes against everything your opposite. And let me tell you,
Okay,
in
my other thing is like it's when people start saying like, "Oh, I'm a Democrat because I'm a Christian," or "I'm a Democrat because," or a Republican because I'm a Christian. Like they should like literally not include that at all.
That's ridiculous. What about the Muslims that we have in our community? What about the Buddhists? What about the Jews? What do you do about with all those people? But my issue is, and I understand why Susan wants to report it to the Attorney General, and I'm glad she is, because it's a no. But worst off, and again the question, and this is what happens when you don't know completely the system. The question that everyone should be asking themselves: how the hell do they have tax exemption on paying property tax here in Cameron County? That's the local. And this is my issue. Focus on the local first and then go off to the state and to the national. But the question out there, how is this politiquera church, the West Brownsville Politico Baptist,
Yeah,
whatever the hell their new name is,
yeah.
how do they still have tax exemption from Cameron County? It's a big no-no, Sam. It's a
Eh,
big
do the
no-no.
rest of the churches pay taxes or what?
No, not in Cameron County. If you are an established church and you follow the guidelines, then you have tax exemption. But if you go out there and do everything that you're not, you cannot support a candidate.
Oh, I understand.
There can't be anything political about a church. But you've got a church that's got politics right up their rear end, you know, and coming out through their mouth. They're giving them the pulpit. How the hell do they still have tax exemption status in Cameron County? That's
Yeah,
the question. And the reason is because it was a parading ground. Tony Saguirre used to go to that church or is a member of that church. So do you think that anyone from the tax department is going to question why a church is out there parading candidates? They're
yeah,
not. And my issue is that's what's crazy, because at the end of the day, and look, and again, I already hear it from all the Christians out there, all the churches. They're like, oh, you see, Erasmo hates the churches. No, I just want everyone to be treated the same. Because let me tell you, all the Pentecostals and all the Jehovah Witnesses and all the uh, Baptists out there and all the other people out there, guys, if you had a political event, you'd get your tax exemption status removed, completely removed. Why does a West Brownsville Politiquera Baptist Church get a pass? Because they're an arm of the corrupt political machine that exists here in Brownsville. The whore of Babylon. You know what the whore of Babylon is, Sam? Or you off doing your work thing? No te enojes, te vas a arrugar y estás muy guapo para eso. It's so true. It's kind of funny, but my smile is slowly coming back. So the Botox here is leaving. But how do they get away with it, Sam?
I have no idea, man. Is like I
Because
would understand if they're already part of that church and they're kind of like, hey, like they go to this church, but I don't
they're
think they do.
not. They're all Catholic. Now, why isn't the Catholic Church pissed off? Why isn't the Catholic Church questioning, hey, how come they can parade candidates and we can't? I mean,
Yeah,
they know better. At least the Catholic Church
yeah.
knows.
I think it's a knowing better type of deal.
Yes, they can't. But that pelon, that girl chasing pastor that they have, whatever the hell that guy's name is, when the one, hey, check his iPad, all those little girly pictures he has on it. That fake pastor is in everything, Sam. Do you know that they have right here, Sam? They have a processing center right here for the illegals that are coming over. And you know why?
Yeah.
Because that's how they get money from the federal government. You think they do it for free? They
And then
don't.
somebody had posted that it was like they had gotten like 300,000, over 300,000.
Probably from BCIC or GPEC or something. I mean, I'm not sure, but they
No,
get
it was a different source. It was like a federal source.
no. They get millions, Sam. They get millions. Let me tell you, they get millions because they get paid. I think $700 for every illegal that they give a little cuartito to. They cuartito to a cuartito to. They get 700, $800 a day. A day. They're making millions. Well, they aren't because the sheep there that are in the West Brownsville Politiquera Baptist, whatever the hell their name is, still West Church, those guys, the members, they don't know anything about the accounting because they've asked El Pastor, whatever the Pastor Politiquero Pelon is,
And he doesn't
whatever, and he
he
doesn't.
doesn't give out the like the
No
accounting part.
accounting. No accounting. And I
Is that
challenge.
like is that like a trend in Brownsville where like the pastors or preachers don't give out accounting information?
Well, that's just a. Well, no, because nobody wants anyone to mess in their little golden egg. That politiquera pastor pelon porno guy, that guy, I mean, that guy does whatever the hell he wants. I challenge any member to produce accounting for their church. Any member from the West Politiquera, Politico
And
Baptist,
that's
whatever.
not public information, right? Because it's like a nonprofit or something like that.
No, it can't be.
But since they get like source, if since they get money from like federal, aren't you able to get like some sort of like statements from them?
No. Well, let me tell you what happened. What's happening? I know for a fact that the federal government, an arm of the federal government, is looking into them. They are looking into them because, again, one thing that they don't understand: you cannot receive federal funds and expect not to give an accounting for that money. That is why Gallegos is on trial, Sam. That's why Sylvia Atkinson got busted. But this West Brownsville politiquera, politico pastor, porno, whatever the hell the guy's name is, that guy gives accounting to no one. So I'd be surprised. And let me tell you, I'm going to research to see if we could get exactly how much money they're getting from the federal government, because the federal government, that those guys are open records requests. Ah, what?
No, nothing. I was answering a quick question. No, but I
Oh,
do understand what you're saying. Like it's federal money. I think like anything that's given through the federal or state or anything from like the government side, you're able to ask for like the
I'm actually
accounting
going to
side
I'm
statements.
going to contact Susan and see if, I mean, she's the queen of public information.
She's the
I'm going to
source.
Yeah. No, and Susan does a great job. So I'm going to contact Susan to see if she'd be interested in trying to see where we could get or she can request, because she does a good job at it. Request open records request from the federal government to find out exactly how much money they put into that West Politiquera porno Pastor Pelon's church. I don't know, Baptist church, whatever the hell the name is. I don't care.
Yeah, because they've
Uh,
been doing it for quite a while, haven't they?
Decades, I would say. And let me tell you, that guy's. I mean, you even look at the guy, and the guy looks scummy, scummy. I mean, really, really scummy. And you talk to the guy can't even speak Spanish. I don't know what country he comes from, allá abajo, Central America or South America. And I mean, the guy's
That sounds
scummy.
horrible.
Well, because they have that accent. They don't
I
speak.
know, but it's wrong to say.
Oh, it's not racist. It's not racist. It's not racist if it's true.
You know it is. You know,
How? How is it racist? They have a different
because the way you're saying it.
they have a little tonadita in their voice. You know they're not from
Yeah.
Mexico.
No, I know.
Where is that center? I live a few blocks close to that church and have not seen them. It's right here downtown. I mean, all you have to do is, where the bus station is at? Across is the parking garage. Across from the parking garage, acá, coming this way, there's a little center where they process them. And let me tell you something, guys.
That by like
Call
the
me
hot dog stand.
across from the hot dog stand, across right, yeah, on the side of the hot stand. Go out there. It says West Politiquera Politica Porno Golam, whatever
It was
crap,
West Brownsville Baptist Church.
whatever the hell the Politiquera name church is. I don't care. But it's right there. Go, and they have a little I'll go today and I'll take a picture of it. And let me tell you guys, I don't know who these Brownsville team is. They are out there. And again, nothing against the employees. It's not the employees. But let me tell you, the system, it enslaves the people that are coming across asking for asylum. I mean, they hold them there. It's crazy. They hold them there, and then they don't let them leave unless they've got your driver's license, they've got the license plate, and they've got your relation and the color of your car. If you're going to pick someone up there, man, the only thing that they don't do is a cavity search up your butt. That's the only thing that they don't. How? How is it that they are allowed to hold these people hostages, enslave them? And I know for a fact because someone contacted me from the church in Matamoros, one of the preachers there that came across with a CP1 and asked me if I'd go pick him up. I said, sure, I'll go give you a ride. And I'm there. And the guy's going, they don't let me out. They won't let me out because they don't see your car. I said, and they asked me for, so what's your full name? I said, I bitch, you don't know my name? Don't you know who I have? And they wanted a picture of my driver's license and the license plate of my car. It said Erasmo. That's the license plate of my car. I mean, how could you miss it? You know what my car is.
Not everybody knows who you are.
Now you're trying to hurt my feelings.
A good size knows who you are, but not everybody's like.
Now
I'm surprised that people keep on learning about you.
now you're trying to hurt my feelings. If I had any, that's what you're so mad. Your eyes are coming out of your face. Ya parezco a René Oliveira.
That's horrible.
uh, I love, you had to love Rene Oliveira. I didn't agree with him on a lot of things with Rene Oliveira. You know, he was Rene. He was Rene Oliveira,
You're
and
like he was a fun guy.
he was a fun guy. He passed away. A cokehead, but a good guy. And good guy. Again, I don't judge anyone that wants to do anything in regards to drugs. Everyone's free to do what they do. But Rene Olivera was funny because every time you run into him, andaba así con los ojos así todos saltados and like smacking his.
No sabes si le estaba despistando, no.
Maybe he was trying to throw us off track. No, more power to the guy. It's okay. Good morning, Sam. I made you laugh. Yes, you did. No tienen vergüenza. No tienen vergüenza los de esta iglesia. Thanks, Susan, for enlightening the community about all this fraud going on. Yes, again, I appreciate that Susan, goes out there and posted everything. I'd already received the picture, and again, again, I don't know why Tim is out there, and I don't know why Marisa's out there. Again, if that's the route you want to take, more power to you. It's again, it's a mistake, and this is what a
Yeah.
lot of the emprendido. This is what a lot of people don't understand, and this is what really gets to me, Sam. This is why I feel sometimes scummy, not because of the candidates, because like the first event that I went to, the candidate, she's a friend of mine, and I like her. I don't agree with a lot of things that she stands for. She's a Democrat, and very much a Democrat, but she's a friend of mine. So again,
Yeah.
it's not her; it's just the people that are in that area. And again, like yesterday's event, it was here with La Mantequilla, and I like La Mantequilla, but all the rest of the scummy people that were going, and not everyone out there, guys. It's just that and you all know who they are. Se juntan todos los politiqueros in those events, and all
Like
their
you can't fake realness.
no,
When you talk to
no,
certain people, you can get that vibe.
you
They're being like
sense,
super fake, and then
yeah,
with other
fake,
people, it's like it just comes out of them naturally.
fake. So that's why I didn't want to go. And again, not everyone, because there's some great people that went to La Mantequilla's event. Not everyone. Before someone says, but that's what you said that we were. I mean, not you all. You all know who they are. It's a siempre esa polilla que anda ahí alrededor. All they go for is the free food and the free beer. That's the only reason that they go to those events. Y porque ahí andan ahí y se creen que son la última coca en el desierto because
You would have had me at free beer.
yeah,
You have my vote.
you ando aquí con la mantequilla and everything. I'm going like, when you start elevating a candidate to that level where they're not human, they're sub. That is one of the reasons why they continue to screw this community over. The beer was good, Lisandro. Lisandro, the beer was good. Yeah, and again, and you know these people. You go to the event and you know these people like Daitan. And I just,
Yeah.
I wasn't in the mood, and I was kind of pissed off that Marisa and Tim had gone to that politiquera crap, pelon porno, whatever
Yeah,
about.
like I understand. Like it's not the time or the place to be doing that. To be honest, they should just keep it to like just the basic forums.
Yeah, why do you want to do that? And again, look, and one of the things that I've tried to motivate are here the local pastors here, guys. Make sure you get your people out there to vote by encouraging them to be a part of the civil process without naming any candidates. You don't have to name a
Yeah,
candidate. You don't have to support a candidate, but encourage people to become a part of be a little bit more vocal and get more individuals out there to vote. Every pastor should encourage their people to go out and vote, not dictate who to vote for.
yeah.
Mientras no te parezcas al Bob, todo está bien. Sea capital of the world. Crossroads, free and
No,
her.
o sea, sin la camisa, okay.
I'm going to keep my shirt on. Bien prendido. The beer was good. Hey, I'm glad that y'all enjoyed the beer. Sorry, Scastro, but Sam is right. You can't fake it. These candidates are birds of. I agree. You don't have to say sorry. I agree. You can't fake. I said it first before Sam said it.
No,
I said
you
it
just
first.
say it in a weird way, man. Like you just say it so judgmental.
But I said it. I can't stand because of all the fakeness. I said it. These candidates are birds of a feather. Yes, be pissed off. It's just point to keep proving people right about how they jumped the fence. I don't think they just jumped the fence. They jumped it and then they stole it. And then they try to muddy it to whereas they want to fool people and saying there's no difference. There is a difference. You've got to take a stand.
Yeah.
And let me say, anyone that wants to associate with that West Politica Baptist Politiquera Pelon Porno Church, Baptist, whatever the hell that name is, I don't remember what their name is. Anyone, God Almighty, man, why? It makes no sense. Why do you want to associate with crap? I was disappointed. I'll say it right now, disappointed, 100% disappointed. Uh, 100%. Tacuache tastes better. I never had tacuache. Have you had tacuache?
No.
A lot of people eat possum out there. Um, the real type of fights that I want to see, there's a boxing match coming to the area. Did you see my
At the
post?
island,
No, there's one here. It's called the Transatlantic Clash 2024.
I
They're
have not
going to
heard
have,
about it.
it's going to be here at the Jacob Brad Auditorium. They're going to
Who's
have
who's uh who's the promoter?
UK USA Fire Zone.
UK USA.
UK USA
Is
Fire
like
Zone.
UK people against USA?
Yeah, I guess. I think so. It's
Sounds
being promoted
interesting.
by Marines Promotions, Mid Valley Promotions.
Oh, Marines Promotions. Okay, yeah, I know them.
That's where
Like
your
not
cousin is.
personally. No, not personally, but I've heard of their fights because the ones pushing like the events, it's Marines Promotions and Juarez.
Yeah, well, they got the Mid Valley Boxing Academy from Westlaco, Texas, is also CrossFit
Yeah,
Brownsville is also the Fight Academy. I've never heard of that. It's here somewhere, and
yeah,
Texas
because I
Southwest.
know we're getting a lot more boxing fights and MMA fights.
They are definitely tainted, sir. Now going back now, well, let me tell you, anyone that wants to associate with a politiquera, porno,
Yeah,
pastor, Baptist, West Brownsville, something church, yeah, it's scummy. And look at all the candidates that they've promoted throughout the years, man. I mean, pura basura.
look
They
at all
did,
the people that have spoken in that pillar.
yeah. They had Sylvia Atkinson, they got Prisi, they got Drew Brown. They had all these individuals out there that were on the board. They had Daniela's going to be out there speaking. Again, it's all the same people, man. I mean,
There's
I
somebody else there too.
I I I, I challenge them. I challenge them. I challenge them. Invite Erasmo Castro to go speak at your pulpit. I'm running for office. Invite Erasmo Castro. Let's see what he has to say in front of your church members.
No,
I,
God, it's a
I,
risk. Having you there is a risk.
well, let me tell you, and having me at any forum, is a risk because I'm going to tell it to you like it is.
Like no
They,
filter with you.
no, nothing, because it is what it is. But what do you prefer? You prefer someone that's going to bull crap you?
Yes, but again, there's a time and place for everything.
Well, let me
If
tell you.
your debates, your forums should be like at Cowboyheads.
And let's
There
throw
you
it.
can spill out the beans with no filter.
Well, let
Or
me tell you.
at the bar, like at the bar or Cowboyheads or like another place like that.
The
Like
library.
that's what Obama did, no? Didn't he? He had like when there was like some sort of like national forgot the event what it was, and they talked it over beer.
Oh yeah,
Blue
yeah.
Moon at that. But I give him credit for doing that.
Well, let me tell you. You remember the forum that they had at AOBE?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, the one where you're at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who kicked ass?
Is that the one where you're about they were saying Minerva's name, but you were next? And they were like trying to like not say your name or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Minerva was like, Mr. Cheeseman, Mr. Cheeseman's next. The microphone picks up a lot.
Let me tell
No,
you.
but yeah, it was a good debate. It was a good debate.
But who? But who?
It
Who
just seemed
kicked ass?
repetitive, to be honest,
But who kicked ass? Honestly.
without the with exclusions of outburst.
Who kicked ass?
No,
And
you
that's
did
what.
pretty good.
And that's
You
what
did
Castro
pretty
kicked
good.
ass.
Yeah.
Because this is the problem. We. I told the truth, and these
Yeah.
people, the problem with
You even
AOBE.
pointed at them.
Yeah. Like going these guys. The problem with AOBE is they're losing so many members. You know, they're starting to become irrelevant. So they're wanting to start to play the same game as everybody else. by already knowing who the hell they're going to pick. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, I knew that I wasn't going to get endorsed by these people. I knew that for a fact. I knew
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, they're trying to get all of Carlos's candidates out there to win the election. It's not going to happen, folks. And let me tell you,
Like it's
AOB.
a good move of or a good planning from his part, which is what they were trying to do before. Like try to push a lot of people into to running. That way, everybody could be like on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the only thing that they
That
were
that's a he did the exact same move, but I don't know if he chose the correct people.
the only thing that they weren't counting on is I was going to throw my name in that race. And
Yeah.
let me tell you again, and I'm going to tell all the vendors, all, and I hope the vendors are listening. If not, I hope they someone sends this to them. To all the vendors, you think I don't know that you're putting money in Farley Trevino's account? You're putting money in Tim Ramirez's account? You think I don't know? And let me tell you, when I win this election, I'm going after you all because I'm going to go out there and throw the tables across and put everything to light. So to all the vendors out there, it's going to be interesting because I know what you're doing. Some in the community know what you're doing. You think Farley's paying for all those freaking signs out there? You think that Farley's out there is putting up those the big billboard ads out there with his own money? We know where it's coming from because they want to take control. But this is the way the game's played.
Is that who's not who's paying for them? I'm wondering who's making them. Who's making those boards? Is it the same marketer that's used
I
by them, the little group?
I I, I think I think Fiesta Graphics is making them because again,
Okay.
Baltasar Salazar, Baltasar Salazar went out there and put money, open account for Farley, for
Yeah.
Nelda.
Because I noticed that same graphics design or graphic company in several of the politicians.
Yeah, they put an open account for Caballero, for Nelda, for Farley, and for Minerva, because they're aiming because Baltasar Salazar is aiming to get Carlos people in there so that he could get his job back. That's the way the game is played. And
He's
then you've
trying
got
Carlos. He's trying to get Baltasar back.
well, you make a deal with the devil, and again, Baltasar had it pretty good with before. So again, you make the deal with the devil in order to get what you want, because
Yeah.
ultimately, what they think they want is they want to keep the majority, and to get the majority, they want to be in the 4-3, and this is where this individual folks, this is where the problem is. When you've got individuals out there that are so desperate and hung up on getting control of the four that they start to forget everything about what's really important. And it's not the children, and it's not teacher salary. No sean estúpidos, no se engañen. It's a game. And these people, like AOBE people, they fall for it. Farley said nothing but what was prepared for him on a piece of paper, probably by Carlos and his people. Already on there. This is what you're going to say. This is what you're going to say. God bless Tim. I love him to death. He's my friend. But Tim has no plan except he's out there counting that the Eddie group, the Daniela, the Jessica Gonzalez group,
Yeah.
they're going to push him over the top. And let me tell you, Jessica needs to worry because Victor Caballero is coming in force, and a lot of people that weren't,
Yeah, but you have either Jessica or Victor. Like, why
that
would
that is the
I
community.
wouldn't push Jessica to do anything? She needs to get out.
That is the community choice. But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
They're both pulling from different vendors to see who wins the game, and it's that
The lose
simple.
situation.
Daniela, Jessica, and again, yes, they want Marisa in there. They want Marisa in their little group, and they want Tim in their little group. That's the individuals that are pulling this way. But then you got these two factions here, and then you've got Erasmo here in the middle. You know, so that is what is really, really trippy. The only way
Mhm.
to kick them in the nuts, you've got to get Erasmo elected. It's just that simple.
Yeah,
Because I don't play that damn game.
yeah. Hey, I gotta go, man. I actually gotta do some work.
Thanks, Sam, for coming on. Go work.
All right, talk to you later, man.
Uh, I'll take some tickets. That podium has hosted the bottom of the barrel as far as the self-promoting and self-serving corrupt politicians, all immoral and corrientes. Yes, Trump or Kamala Harris. Trump! Trump! Cannot afford another 4 years of this Kamala crap. Trump! You got my vote. You're probably the only candidate I'm going to vote for. Just one dot on the paper. Thank you. They don't. They disappear. Sorry, I was so pissed off today. Let me say, in a calm way, I hate the political games that are played here. You know that. That's the only reason I decided to run, to offer something a little bit different. I cannot stand the political games. I can't stand them. And I hate more that someone that dresses themselves with the church thing, like the politiquera pastor crap, whatever. I hate that they use the pulpit for what should be used for good in order to make more money for themselves. Did all the unions host elections for those they endorsed? The fact of the matter is, AOBE, BEST, and TVEA, they already know the candidates that they're going to endorse. So going to the forums really is not going to sway anyone out there. It's not. They already know who they're going to endorse. It's all like a little game. I go because I want one or two people to realize, understand, I'm not bowing down to the system. I'm not going to go out there and take bribes. I'm not going to be out there getting uh, vendor money. I'm not. I fight for you, and that includes teachers, staff, and students. Simple as that. I plan to. During this election and after this election, whatever the outcome may be, I'm going to give them hell like they've never seen before. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face coverings, hand sanitizers. Still believe in all that crap. I used to say that a lot. I lost that. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Be good to each other. Continue good to me. God bless.